In the years after Anakin Skywalker left Tatooine with Qui-Gon Jinn to become a Jedi in Coruscant, Anakin's mother Shmi would be sold by Watto to a moisture farmer named Lars, who would eventually marry her. Unfortunately, in his care, Shmi would be taken by native Tusken Raiders and tortured until she died in her son Anakin's arms, as he finally reunited with her after 10 years. When Anakin eventually fell to the dark side and became Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi would take Anakin's son to Owen and Beru, and they would be entrusted to raise and take care of Anakin's son Luke as their own. Owen and Beru would eventually meet their demise at the hands of the Empire in A New Hope. But did you know in Legends, Darth Vader himself actually ordered and watched the execution of Owen and Beru Lars? This is shown in the Legends novel, The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader. Let's get straight into it. After Vader's meeting with Grand Moff Tarkin and other Imperial generals and admirals concerning the Death Star plans and the Rebel Alliance, the Sith Lord was informed that he had an incoming message from the Tatooine system. Vader had already been notified that Commander Praji's Stormtrooper squad had learned that the Tantive V4's missing escape pod had carried 2 droids to Tatooine's surface, and that the droids had been picked up by a Jawa sandcrawler. Vader then walked over to a communications console where a projector flickered to life and projected an image of 2 fully armed sandtroopers standing beside a middle-aged man and woman who were kneeling on the ground. Near the 4 figures, there was a partial view of a structure which Vader immediately recognized as an entry dome for a desert dwelling. Addressing the Sandtrooper squad leader, Vader said, "Report via closed circuit." "Lord Vader," said one of the Sandtroopers, adjusting a control on his helmet so that only Darth Vader could hear his voice. He told Vader that the Jawas had sold a protocol droid as well as an astromech to the moisture farmers in custody, but both droids were gone and nowhere to be found. Moisture farmers, Vader thought. Intrigued, Vader examined the holograms of the kneeling couple and asked for the names of the farmers. "Owen and Beru Lars, sir," the Sandtrooper responded. Owen and Beru, Vader recalled. The resolution of their holograms was clear enough that he could make out their worn, weathered features. Neither one of them appeared to be comfortable having blaster rifles aimed at their backs. Remembering how they looked the day Anakin Skywalker met them, Vader thought, the years have not been kind. It is time for them to pay for their repeated weaknesses. "Your orders, sir?" said the Sandtrooper. "Tell Mr. and Mrs. Lars that they seem to have trouble keeping protocol droids on their property." Not certain if he had heard correctly, the Sandtrooper said, "Sir? Then you may extend to them every courtesy that you showed the Jawas before you continue your search. Establish checkpoints to detain any droids entering Mos Espa or Mos Eisley spaceports." "And one more thing," Vader noted. "Yes, sir," the Sandtrooper said. "Do not stop transmitting the hologram until I break the connection." "Understood," said the Sandtrooper. Vader watched the Sandtroopers carry out his orders on their helpless victims. He found the sight of rising flames, even holograms of flames burning millions of light years away, to be most satisfying. When Owen and Beru and the entire Lars family homestead had been transformed into an inferno, Vader deactivated the holoprojector. He proceeded to the nearest lift tube and was quickly transported to Sub-Level 5 of Detention Area AA-23, which is reserved for political prisoners. It is time to talk with the princess, Vader thought. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please like and subscribe. And remember, the Force will be with you, always.